There is a specific experiment you can run on yourself. Stop, for a defined period, a week, a month, all projects aimed at self-improvement. Not in the sense of abandoning your values or living carelessly, but put down the self-optimization framework. The habit tracking, the journaling prompts about areas for growth, the weekly assessment of where you fell short, the continuous monitoring of the gap between who you are and who you are supposed to become. Just stop and pay attention to what happens. Most people who try this experience, after an initial period of anxiety, something that they did not expect, relief, a lightening of something they had not fully realized they were carrying, the weight of the project of themselves, the constant vigilance of being their own project manager. And then, sometimes, something else, a clearer sense of what they actually want to do, uncontaminated by what they think they should want to do. What they would choose if there were no optimization rationale, no productivity logic, no growth trajectory being maintained. This is not an argument against growth. It is an argument for examining the relationship between constant self-improvement orientation and actual well-being and growth. The psychological research on this is counterintuitive. Carl Rogers, whose work we have referenced before, found that the conditions that produce the most profound change in people are not conditions of high demand and self-monitoring. They are conditions of unconditional positive regard, acceptance of the person as they are, without performance requirements, combined with genuine empathy and authenticity. Change happens most reliably in the presence of acceptance, not in the presence of pressure. The reason is not mysterious. When the self feels fundamentally accepted, the energy that was being spent on defending against judgment becomes available for actual engagement with what matters. The defended self cannot grow. It is too busy defending. The Lubavitcher Rebbe's teaching on the essential self, the divine spark that cannot be damaged, points in the same direction. He taught that the neshama, the essential soul, is not a project. It does not need to be improved. It needs to be uncovered. The work of spiritual life, in his teaching, is not the addition of better qualities to an insufficient self. It is the removal of what obscures an already sufficient self. This is a complete reversal of the self-improvement framework. Not, I am insufficient and need to become more. But, I am essentially sufficient and need to remove what is blocking that sufficiency from being expressed. The practices that flow from this reversal look different. Instead of adding more discipline, more habits, more accountability, the practice is subtractive. What can I put down? What am I carrying that I picked up somewhere along the way and that does not actually belong to who I am? What would remain if you removed the performance of okayness? The constant striving? The comparison to who you were supposed to be? What is actually there, underneath all of that? The experiment is worth running. For a week. With genuine curiosity about what you find.